Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Christo here, back with another video. Now today in this video, we are going to be doing something that I've wanted to do for a while, but it definitely took me quite a while to set up. So I have currently made an alt account on ChristoChord, and we're going to be essentially trolling and somewhat testing my staff. And so let me just go over a little bit about the alt account that I made and about the fake persona that I made in order to trick everyone essentially. So first of all, the account that I made is named The Pianist. I made this just based off of what I like because for a side hobby I do play piano. Now, what I've done is when I first joined the server, I acted insanely what I would consider respectful, and I tried to act as mature as possible on this account to make it start earning people's trust, as well as the fact that eventually I even applied for ChristoChord staff with this account, and I managed to get in, not only in the views of myself obviously, but in the views of my other staff. So I was actually staff on this account for ChristoChord for a while. This was a fake account that I was staff on, and then eventually I decided to go inactive on this account, and that is what caused this account to get demoted in the end. And so essentially I've made the perfect account for what I've decided to troll, because I think the staff are going to be insanely confused, and so we're just going to start on small, and we're going to slowly progress and get worse and worse as to what we're doing. So I'm on my phone right now with this account, with the pianist, with the troll account. I do have a mouse and keyboard plugged in, so it won't be too annoying for you guys. And on my laptop right next to me, I have my actual account, my King Christo account, where I'm going to be using my owner permissions to assist in the trolling. So I'm going to start off really small, and I'm going to say hello at staff, how are you doing? And because I do have my actual owner account next to me, it doesn't mean that I can reply with my real account. So I'm going to go over to my real account, and I'm going to say something along the lines of I don't see why a staff tag was necessary. But I'm doing good. How about you? So at this point, we're just going to wait for some staff to respond. I guess I'll pause real quick and get back onto it. So far it's not looking too good due to the fact that no staff have responded yet, but once again, this is really to test my staff as well as see if they're doing their job correctly, and just have some plain old fun. Alrighty, so I do know that a staff member is currently active in staff chat, Elite, so I'm going to tag Elite and say hello to him and see what his response is. And I guess to make it look less suspicious, I'll tag the other staff members online as well. So I'll tag Jake and myself as well, and that way maybe at this point they'll notice me. I'm surprised that no staff are responding in general chat now, because I know that they're active in the staff chat. Let's see. I gotta tag myself. Man, typos everywhere. Alright, so I've tagged him, I've said yo. Let's hope that Elite replies, or Jake for that matter. It doesn't really matter. Let's see. So I'll pause again and we'll just wait for a reply. I'm really hoping that he actually does reply. So I'm gonna hit them with the I'm quite bored. Oh my goodness, my typing is awful. Do you see this, everyone? I really need to work on this. Okay, I'm quite bored. Anyone to talk to? I'm waiting for Elite to reply because I know he's active. So if he doesn't reply, it's probably not looking good for him. So I just noticed that Messy Master, which is another one of my staffs, has just come online. Staff members, so let's see what he has to say. Also, I did say, with my own account, I did say, hey man, you don't gotta tag so many people. Let's see what happens. Will Messy be the first to respond, because this is taking quite a while. Also, I would like to note that if we look right here, Elite is currently listening to Spotify, which means he's on his computer listening to Spotify, so he has no reason to not respond at this moment. Okay, so I just got Messi on, and Messi said in a staff chat, he said that he is going to warn Pianist, which is what I'd expect a staff member to do at this point, so that's good. We do have some action. Let's see, so that's good to hear. Okay. Okay, so at this point I think we need to step it up a little now that we have had something actually happen. Okay, we've been warned. The first thing that obviously like a troll would do is probably defy. So I'm going to say something along the lines of, hey, that's no fair. I had no verbal warning. So let's see what Messi says to this. Let's see, tag him again just so that he gets the ping, so that he realizes what I've said. So what I'm thinking after this is we'll go in for like a spam at staff sort of thing, and after that then we'll go into something even higher where I mess with the permissions, like the Pianist's permissions on my owner account, and we'll see what happens. Now I do have to temporarily disable logs for this so that none of the staff members catch on that I'm the one giving the permissions. So I'm gonna say, bruh, what are you doing? I can tag at staff all I want. Okay, so let's see what he replies to this. Don't you remember? I used to be a Christocord staff member myself. Okay, so at this point he has actually been unmuted, and so I'm gonna have to pause real quick because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to my main owner account, and I'm going to first to disable our logs, because logs are basically where all of my staff members and I can see who's doing staff commands and unmuting people and whatnot. And then after that, I'm going to unmute myself, and so that will allow me to unmute myself, and that will probably really confuse the staff members as to how I was unmuted. So I will be right back again. Okay, so at this point I have now went on to my administrator account, my owner account, and I've disabled the logs. So now I can go in and I can actually unmute the Pianist, and they will have no clue how that happened. So let me just go in real quick, go to settings, server settings, and then I'll go to members. I'll look up Pianist and I'll remove the role that was given to him in order for him to be muted. Okay, so I've officially removed the role, so now I'm going to tag Messi Master, and I'm going to say that doesn't work very well. And I'll tag Chronic as well since he was just in the chat. I'm wondering if at some point maybe they'll start getting suspicious of me, since they'll probably be wondering, okay, well, who managed to unmute him, because normally doing something like this is impossible, but we'll see. So I've said that does not work very well. Let's see how they respond. I'm gonna say, please learn how to mute people correctly. See how they respond. I see Chronic is typing. We'll see if Messi Master gets back on in just a moment. By the way, guys, not to shamelessly plug or anything, but the link to the server, Christocord, will be down below. Obviously, most of the time I'm not trolling my own Discord servers, so keep that in mind. But at the moment, we kind of are. So, I do not know when Messi will begin to okay, so when Messi will begin to actually take more action. What I do know is that Chronic just tagged in staff chat asking for somebody to mute him. I'm not sure. Chronic is a fairly new staff member, I will say, so he might not know off the top of his head how the muting works precisely, especially now that he's seen, hey, it's not working very well. So let's see. So, okay, he just typed the command, but he didn't type the name. So they've muted Pianist again. Elite muted this time. They muted for 1 day. I'm gonna go back into settings. I'm just gonna unmute myself. So let's see, server settings. Go to members. Type in Pianist. Just gonna take away the role that mutes. I'm gonna say, guys, you don't get it. I am unmutable. Now, I have no clue if that's how you spell unmutable. I think I might have added an extra E, but that's besides the point. But anyways, now I'm sure they're going to get sincerely confused, especially Messi, who originally muted me, and now he's seen that I've been muted again, but now I've been unmuted. I'm wondering if they'll either suspect that it's been like another staff member, or if they're going to start suspecting that it's me. But essentially, at some point now, we're going to go on and we're going to go into a higher pinging message where we do multiple staff pings, and then at some point we'll probably just spam. And once again, this is all to test them, to see what they can do. I want to make sure that the staff that I've chosen for Crystal Court are actually doing their job and whatnot. So let's see. So they're not really talking right now. Let me check the staff chat real quick to see if they're saying anything there. Okay, so Elite has asked in staff chat right now. He says, does the member role have user managed perms? Or he's wondering if maybe possibly there is a reason that I'm able to unmute myself. So I don't know if I should respond to the staff in the staff chat right now, because if they know that I'm online and active, then they may or may not just want me to take care of it. And they might, or they may get suspicious of the fact that yes, it might be me. So I'm gonna wait off just a tiny bit before I ask, or I get involved in it. But I'm waiting for Messi to possibly respond and be insanely confused at some point. So I'll wait another minute or two, and if nobody responds in the staff chat, then I'll kind of tag staff and I'll just act like I'm innocently asking what's happening at the moment. So I'll be right back in like a minute or two. So I just had a good idea pop in my head. So instead of mentioning staff in the server and asking them what's going on, I think that it would be a good idea if I went on to my owner account, and I'm going to give the Pianist a staff role. And then I'm going to see what they respond based on that, and I'm going to talk in the staff chat, if that makes sense. Now, at the current moment, all I've said in the staff chat is, like, can you guys take a look? Pianist just tagged staff, and I've basically just told them, hey, do as you should. But I haven't really stepped in aside from that. So here I'm going to go to members, and I'm going to give myself just our default moderator rank and see how they react. So I'm going to give moderator to Pianist. Okay, so as you can see, their role just changed, and now you guys will be able to see all these staff channels, which are down here. Logs is a channel where all the commands that we do are showed, but that's currently disabled, so they won't be able to see that. So let's see. So yes, as you can see here, I talked to them slightly, but I haven't really given them any direction. I've just said to respond. Let's see. So Elite says, does peons have managed perm? No, I don't believe so. Now I'm going to see what they respond to this. I'm going to tag staff. I'll say I don't believe that peons have the managed perms. However, I am able to give myself roles. Alright, so Elite's probably very confused now. I said, however, I'm able to give myself roles. I'm going to make it look like I have some enhanced Discord. Alright, so I've told them that I have a special enhanced Discord client that allows me, and that there's nothing they can do. Now at this point, what I'd expect them is to go to just like one rank above. They could go to any admin role, such as Jake, or Kato is another one of my admins. He's like the highest staff manager. Or they could go to Dubs or myself and ask for a ban. So they've asked for a ban at this point, and I guess at this point I'm going to ban Pianist, but then I'll let him come back and we'll see what happens. So I'm going on to my owner account. Let me just type in the command to ban him. I'm going to mention that enhanced client is not allowed in the ban. And let's see what happens. Okay, well that user is a mod/admin, so I have to actually take the roles away from him first. I forgot that as server owner I can't actually ban somebody with commands, but let's see. I can just go to members, Pianist, and I'm just going to ban him straight off of the I'll ban him straight off the Discord client. I won't ban him with the bot so that I can actually do it. Let's see. So I'm going to ban him. So now, as you can see, my account's been banned, but essentially what I'm going to be able to do now is I'm going to be able to unban myself, and I'll tell my staff real quick, hey, I banned him, but then he's going to come back. So I'll be right back, everyone. Okay, so I just joined back and I was immediately banned. So I don't know if you saw that split second. I literally like started the recording and I was already banned. So basically I'm going to join back again, and I'm going to try to immediately give myself a role, and then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to act like on my King Crystal account. I'm going to act like I've just left. I'm not going to respond to them, and I'm just going to see what the staff do. So I will be right back. Okay, so now I have hinted on to them. I've told them, hey, they were saying in staff chat, they were saying in staff chat that essentially that they were going to report the Pianist to Discord, but I told them not to do that because essentially what happens is I don't want them to actually report this, because obviously this is me testing my own staff, but essentially what I've done here is I've told them not to do it, and I've told them whatever they do to try to figure it out on themselves. And I did hint to them, I hinted that essentially there is no actual like client that allows them to do this, and that it must be the fact that somebody on the staff team is trolling. And so as you can see, Messi is getting a little bit feisty, I will say. He's wondering who's doing it. And I think he was hinting that it would be me, but he's still not really sure. And I just got a Facebook notification on my phone, so that's not good, but oh well, I'll reply to that later. But anyways, let's see. Administrator. So they are, obviously they know that somebody's doing it at this point. But let's go over here. We shall see. They're trying to ban. Now Jacob is on, and Jake is an admin, so he can actually do a lot more. than what I can do. So right now I do not have perms to speak in general, so let's see what's happening right here. I think Jake might have actually changed the rank. Okay, so if I change that, okay, now I do. So I'm gonna just say nothing. And I'm gonna try to blame it on the staff now. Messi is trolling me. I was never banned. And so we're going to see if Jacob just falls for this. It's going to be pretty funny if he just assumes that Messi was actually trolling. I think he's actually fallen into it. Let's go to staff chat and see what's happening. So Messi is really wondering who's trolling us. And somebody, Elite, says it's not funny. And they know it's an admin, but they haven't really, So Chronic wants me to disable everyone's staff ability. But I'm going to act like I'm gone. And I think at this point we are almost there. We're almost to the end of what I've wanted to do, because they're catching on, and so I have to stop this at some point. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I think before that I stop this, I am going to let it go to them, and so they're catching on. Yes, Elite knows I do play piano for fun, and they're catching on, so I'm going to let them know now. But I'll let you guys watch on that screen. I'll reply on the actual screen, and we'll see what they say when I tell them this is going in the video. Alright, so I said okay guys. I do gotta admit, it's been me this whole time. And okay, now they're acting all funny. Okay, so Chronic says he knew it, but let's see how, I want to see Messi's reaction now and see what this has, because this has actually been pretty funny for me. I've wanted to do this for a while. It had a lot of planning going into this. I've literally been on the server as pianist for probably about a month now, so maybe even more. So they said they had slight suspicions. Let's see what Messi has to say. Jake was confused. I mean, I don't blame him, because this shouldn't be possible. Let's see, add Elite, read above. Let's get them on board. Let's see what they're saying. So they're all typing now. Basically, we just get to sit back and watch their reactions. I didn't really do anything very bad. I could have done something along the lines of spam, but I didn't really. It's just and Messi claims he's been saying it the last 20 minutes. Well, he did say suspect me. He did say it was an admin at one point, but he never really said it was specifically me. Jacob's sitting here asking who tagged him. Gaius is a bot, but he doesn't know. Oh, Messi's saying some choice words, and now I gotta let them know this is going into a YouTube video. So, by the way, this is going into a YouTube video. Bruh, dude, they're gonna be so confused. Okay, Jacob's getting his revenge, I see. I'm allowed to block the owner of the server, right? Let's see, I'll assure Messi that I'll blur out some of the content of his messages real quick. Some of the non-YouTube friendly content. So Elite says imagine Krista's phone going off. So if he's in the chat, you what? But I gotta say, this is pretty funny, dude. Like, I wanted to do this for so long, just to essentially test my staff. It wasn't even to be mean. I thought it would be a cool semi-live, like, because I'm not really going to edit this as much. I'm going to have to go back, and I'm going to have to blur out a lot of Messi's words, because he said some not so YouTube-friendly things. But overall, it was pretty fun, and I wanted to do this for a while. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I guess at this point I'll just sign off. It's been quite a while, I know, recording, and I don't want the video to get too long. So this is King Crystal sign off. Once again, the link to Crystal Core, this server, will be down below. So, you know, if you guys are into it, if you want to get a Discord and join, go right ahead. And peace out.